I'm sorry I haven't a clue. The antidote to panel games. At the piano is Colin Sell, and your chairman is Humphrey Lyttelton.
Hello and welcome to I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, where you find us once more in the seaside town of Brighton, a place believed to hold magical powers for rejuvenating the elderly. And if this doesn't work, it's back to the old monkey glands. Anyway, we're broadcasting to you from the town's delightful Theatre Royal, as a light-hearted fixture in the Brighton Festival's calendar of cultural events. You know, it's no easy matter making people laugh. It takes constant practice, a rare natural talent, and a great deal of strain and effort, which is perhaps why our teams so rarely bother. Let's meet them now. They're on my left, Barry Cryer and Graeme Garden. And on my right, Willie Rushton and Tim Brooke-Taylor. And finally, keeping a keen eye on the team's points, please welcome the very lovely Samantha. Our first round is entitled Radio Times 2010. The other day, teams, I was listening to an old edition of Tomorrow's World from the 30s when it used to be on the radio. And there was a fresh-voiced announcer by the name of Raymond Baxter. Couldn't have been more than 28. Predicting that one day all wirelesses would have moving pictures attached to them and be called televisions. And you know, that set me thinking. What would the Radio Times be like in the year 2010? So, teams, I'd like you please to help me out by suggesting some of the TV and radio programs likely to be listed in such an edition. And Barry, will you start, please?
Beadle's still bloody about.
Film 10 with Barry Norman. Sir Barry Norman, probably by then.
It'll be a different world, of course. There'll be a shortage of food. There'll be Michael Aspel with This Is Your Loaf.
I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue with Humphrey Lyttelton, Barry Cryer, Graeme Garden. And Tim and Samantha Brooke-Taylor. Dream on, Tim. Good Morning with Charles and Camilla. And Cocoa with Frost.
Coronation Car Park.
Rowan Atkinson and Mr. Has-Been.
The Churchill Lottery live. There'll be pollution everywhere. There'll be the Eurovision smog contest.
The Antiques Roadshow will look at something called a hospital bed.
Anderson Country, the last attempt.
Wimbledon 2010, British hopes rest on Jeremy Bates.
Any more?
No.
Right, well now it's time for a hilarious round. Oh, sorry, I'll read that again. It's now time for a hilarious round called Pick Up Song. And in it, DJ Samantha will unsleeve a number of choice 12 inches. As well as spinning some discs on my gramophone. The teams should sing along in turn. However, at a certain point, the sound will magically disappear thanks to a complex technique known to electrical engineers as adjusting the volume knob. If on its return, teams, you're within an amoeba's eyebrow of the original, I'll be awarding points, and points mean prizes. What do points mean? If I can do that, what was so special about Hitler? This week's prize is just the thing for the stylish letter writer who regularly uses the M25. It's this personalised stationary vehicle. Right, Graeme, I'd like you please to accompany Buddy Holly singing Guess It Doesn't Matter Anymore.
baby, here am I. Well, you left me here so I could sit and cry. Well, golly gee, what have you done to me? Well, I guess it doesn't matter anymore. Do you remember, baby, last September, how you held me tight each and every night? Well, whoops and daisy, how you drove me crazy, but I guess it doesn't matter anymore. There's no use in me crying. I've done everything and now I'm sick of trying. I've thrown away my nights, wasted all my days over you.
Follow that, Willie.
Where's he going?
Willie, will you...
Backward.
Willie, will you please accompany Edith Piaf singing La Vie en Rose?
The beautiful Brazilian, Parodies, the
Brilliant.
the long tail,
Des mots de tous les jours, bloody common market. Et fait quelque chose. Il est entré dans mon cœur une part de bonheur dont je connais la cause. C'est lui, pour moi, pas pour lui, dans la vie. Il me l'a dit, la journée, pour la vie. That's the point, sir.
That was actually amazing. She must have said bloody common market as well.
Very, very sound judge.
Now you, Tim, would you accompany the Ink Spot singing Whispering Grass?
Why do you whistle the green grass? Why tell the trees rotting so? Whispering grass, the trees don't have to know. No. Why tell them all your secrets? Who kissed alone? I don't know the tune. Whispering grass, the trees don't need to know.
Finally, Barry, now this is the best pairing of the lot. Will you accompany Tom Jones singing It's Not Unusual?
It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. It's not unusual to have fun with anyone. What's this case? But when I see you hanging about with anyone, it's not unusual to see me cry. That's a barrel. I was. It's not unusual to go out at any time. But when I see you out and about, it's such a crime. Nancy's out of bed again. If you just ever want to be loved by anyone, it's not unusual. It happens every day. No matter what you say. And it happens all the time. Love will never do.
If we can have these knickers cleared away, can we? Right, our next round is called...
I have mine back.
Order, please.
That takes you back.
Our next round is called Euro I Spy and reflects the ever closer ties we in Britain have with our European neighbours. British culture teams is being lapped up by Euro intellectuals, largely thanks to our unofficial Minister for Heritage, Mr. Henry Kelly, and his marvellous Going for Gold programme. Programme which would be even more enjoyable and informative were it not for the stumbling attempts at half-broken English made by Henry Kelly himself. Anyway, by way of rebuttal of what is commonly seen as a woeful ignorance on the part of the British of our European partners' mother tongues, I'd like to instigate a game of Euro I Spy, and this is similar to the standard game, the difference being that the object selected should be named in a European language of my choosing. Right, you're going to start, Tim and Willie, and your language is French.
I spy
Avec mon petit œil.
with his teeny tiny eye something
Quelque chose
beginning with
qui commence avec
L.
L.
La table.
Non.
La plume.
Non.
Non. Chaud. La chaise. La chaise of what?
I think it means eyelashes. Flutter, flutter.
I've forgotten what it was.
C'était là.
La microphone.
Malchance.
Aren't we supposed to get that?
No. No.
Actually, it was that New Zealand film, Le Piano.
Le piano.
Ouais.
Underneath Colin Sell. And that's
Colin Vondre.
What's happening?
Never
Don't you speak
mind.
any French at all, Humphrey?
Right, it's your turn. It's your time.
Hello, Albania.
Hi, Graeme. Your language is Spanish.
Ah, Spanish.
I spy. With my little eye. He begin with.
What he begin with?
How he begin with? Hell.
El Piano. Lost property. Lost cause. Lost the will to live.
Getting warm.
El Cid.
Yes.
In the fourth row.
Also grande.
Well, with Graeme and Tim racing ahead, our next round is called Hitler's Diary, in which the teams attempt to spot false information. This shouldn't be confused with the old parlour game known as Hitler's Dairy, in which players try to increase their sales of gold top by annexing the Sudetenland. Our game was inspired by the Sunday Times' attempt to publish the spurious Hitler diaries. Each team should take turns to read extracts from the private diaries of famous people, either still living or appearing on that show business. The opposing teams should buzz if they hear anything that they think might indicate the diary to be a fake. Right, Tim, now I understand that you've managed to unearth some never-before-seen diaries, supposedly written by Margaret Thatcher, and entitled The Post-Downing Street Years.
Wednesday the 14th. Geoffrey Howe rang for a chat and we agreed to do another karaoke evening. This time I'm going to be sure.
Challenge there from Graeme Garden.
I don't think she went in for karaoke with Geoffrey Howe. Ping pong, surely, wasn't it?
Afterwards, yes. April the 19th, awake all night worrying about the Belgrano. John Major rang to ask for advice. I said, Jack, the day you need advice is the day I stop breakdancing. Friday, I've asked the servants to burn Dennis and my body after the suicide. I can't bear the thought of being strung up on a lamppost like Mussolini. Or was it George Formby? These diaries must be kept secret. If they are sold, I want all this proceeds to go to that nice Mr. Churchill. Mags.
I didn't want to interrupt that. I was enjoying it too.
That's enough of me.
It's a good thing, because I didn't have the buzzer switched on. Your turn, Graham, and I understand that your diaries have been ascribed to the man in the iron mask.
Certainly have, Hump. A little extract here. Tuesday, 4th of October. Clean socks. That itch under my nose is back. As I'm not allowed any sharp implements, such as a knitting needle, I have to try to scratch it by putting a carrot through one of the eye holes.
Perfectly plausible.
Carrot broke off. Now I've got a lump of carrot in here with me.
Challenge there from Tim.
Shouldn't this be in French?
Translating freely as I go.
No, we've had enough French.
No, there's plenty of French.
Go on, Graham.
Well, it could be worse. Bloke in the next cell is the man in the iron underpants. Wonder how Crystal Palace are doing.
Willie, now, if my sources are to be trusted, you've discovered some sort of diaries from the great Mahatma Gandhi.
Mahatma Gandhi. July the 8th. First thing, I went to my spinning wheel and ran up a handsome pale grey loincloth that would set off my very nice new blazer. The question of the day, the big one, is which hairpiece to wear. Lord Mountbatten gave me his nice ginger one for my birthday, and it looks very fine indeed. Mr. Churchill is going to feel the rough edge of my tongue. And July the 9th, I awoke to the delightful sound of my good lady wife, Mrs. Mandy Rice Candy, singing Goldfinger to herself over the kitchery. I emptied a bottle of Chartreuse over my Cocoa Pops and readjusted my toupee.
Willie won that round.
Thank you.
Now, it's time to play the game called Mornington Crescent. But first of all, I have to announce the results of our Mornington Crescent Grand Draw in aid of Homes for Retired Comedy Gentlefolk and Stray Llamas. We asked you to complete the following sentence in the most apt or amusing way in no more than 50 words. I like to play Mornington Crescent because... And the winner is a Mrs. Trellis of North Wales, who wrote, I like to play Mornington Crescent because it's quite good. And that was by far the most amusing of the many hundreds of entries we received from Mrs. Trellis. Anyway, back to the game, teams, and since we're in Brighton, Regency rules will apply. This means the Nash Convention allows superseding after parallel moves, and all terraces and crescents are wild, unless, of course, you're in spoon. Right, that all seems to make sense, so Tim, will you start, please?
All crescents, that makes it a bit difficult a while.
I don't care if it's meant to be difficult. You've had it easy for 20-something years now. Now it's beginning to turn the screw.
It does mean, though, we could be here for days.
Yeah. I thought we had.
Goldhawk Road.
Birdcage Wall.
Kensington Church Street.
Kensington, right. Hans Crescent.
Vauxhall.
I just heard a crescent whistling through there. I don't know whether you're on your toes there, Ump.
Yes, but he was in Spoon.
That's wild.
Oh.
Was he in Spoon?
Quite.
He was in Spoon, yes.
Yeah.
I think maybe we ought to explain to listeners at home
No.
that Spoon in this sense is a corruption of Spain. How he got there I don't know, but Graham was in Spain. Go on, Willie.
Baker Street.
Piccadilly.
Island Gardens.
Madeira Drive.
That's not the street, is it? Willie?
Edward Square.
Oh.
A brilliant move. Oh, shut up. Something so dismal.
Steady on, steady on.
Awful playing with a pessimist square.
Well...
No ruling on it, I noticed, from a certain quarter.
No ruling on what?
Square? Oh, it's not a crescent, is it?
It's not a crescent. Square, isn't it?
It's not a
Never has.
village, Isley.
Listen, I'm fed up with this. Nothing but nitpicking all the way through the game.
All right, I'll open it out with Regent Street.
Regent Street.
Didn't open it that far, did it? No, it wasn't exactly wide open, whoopee, here we go.
I think he's trying to lull me into a thought.
Yeah, I think so.
Lower Regent Street.
Mornington Crescent. Yeah.
No.
Oh,
it's anonymous Regent
So
Street.
Nash was invoked. I think that, didn't that go against the Nash Convention?
I thought so.
Yeah.
Because he superseded after a parallel move, and the Nash Convention...
Graham was claiming it was Nash Convention.
Was Nash. Was Nash. Pure Nash. Wasn't it? It was Nash,
Well,
wasn't it?
Oh, you don't know anything about it.
They know enough to know that he was very deeply, if I might say so, in Spoon. Was he not?
I suppose if the audience wants to take over the game, I mean, I don't know what I'm doing here.
Well,
It's been one of those nights. Nothing but arguments and things we've got there.
So did we win or not?
Even Samantha's giving me a hard time tonight. Aren't I a lucky old thing? Who won?
I hope you can...
Right, our next round is... Our next round is entitled, quite simply, Limericks. How many of us, while walking in the garden, taking the train to work, lighting our pipe, or spending £450 in an orgy of instant scratch cards? How many of us have not thought to ourselves, what I'd like to hear is a jaunty comic poem of 5 lines with the rhyme scheme A-A-B-B-A? Well, now you can. In this round, teams, I'll be providing you with the first line of a limerick, which I'd like you to complete, taking 1 line each. And Barry, you're going to start. Here's your line. While exploring with Captain James Cook,
He gave me an old-fashioned look.
He said, "Hello, sailor."
Tell me, who's your tailor?
It must be that nice man, Tim Brooke.
Willie, your line is a habit of Vasco da Gama.
A habit of Vasco da Gama's was to tear off the first mate's pajamas.
And he waved them about.
And give a great shout.
I wish you were here, Judith Charman.
Graham, here's a line for you. The odd thing about Cecil Rhodes
Was his fondness for natterjack toads.
Pencil. He'd eat them alive,
Sometimes 3, 4 or 5.
Hence his need for enormous commodes.
Finally, Tim, here's one for you. When out sailing with Sir Francis Drake...
When out sailing with Sir Francis Drake, we discovered Veronica Lake. Younger listeners, pay attention.
We climbed Peggy Mount.
Jimmy Hill doesn't count.
Scaling cliff was a dreadful mistake.
Well, that's just about all we have time for. But before I nip out with Samantha for a time-honored blow on the seafront, I'll just... I'll just ask the teams to squeeze in a round of Butcher's Film Club. In this round, teams, I'd like you please to suggest them titled The Films Likely to Be Popular with an Audience of Butchers. Barry, will you start, please?
Beef Encounter. Directed by David Lean.
An awfully big adventure.
Jurassic Pork.
Brawn Free.
The Mince and the Showgirl. Lard of the Flies.
4 Weddings and a Casserole. Thank you.
Reservoir Hot Dogs.
Play it again, Spam.
Oh, Liver.
Rissole Down the Wind.
The Remains of the Day.
Goodbye, Mr. Chipolata.
And so, ladies and gentlemen...
Meet me in St. Louis.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, as the Ford Anglia of time fails the MOT test of eternity, and the dappled donkey of fate ambles towards the abattoir of destiny, I notice that our time is up. So from Samantha, the teams, and myself, and from the good people of Brighton, it's goodbye.
Brooke-Taylor, Barry Cryer, Graeme Garden and Willie Rushton have been given Silly Things to Do by Humphrey Lyttelton, with Colin Sell setting some of them to music. The programme was produced by John Naismith.
I'm sorry I haven't a clue, the antidote to panel games. At the piano is Colin Sell and your chairman is Humphrey Lyttelton.
Hello and welcome to I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, the show that has turned my life around. Before it I was miserable and disenchanted. Now I'm disenchanted and miserable. Today we're coming to you from the BBC's Paris Theatre in the West End in front of a studio audience who I understand are keen to enjoy themselves and see the stars close up. To avoid disappointment, I've issued each of them with careful directions to the London Planetarium. In the meantime, I'd like them to welcome, on my right, Willie Rushton and Brooke-Taylor. And on my left, Barry Cryer and Graeme Garden. And taking things down with gusto, would you also welcome our scorer, the delightful Samantha? Our first round is entitled Old Radio Times. As many of you will know, I possess an enviable collection of ancient magazines and periodicals, though I do still lack an 11th century edition of Hovels and Gardens, as well as the once popular Consumer's Guide to Magicians and Sorcerers. That's which. Teams, I have in my possession a copy of the Radio Times dated the 19th of November, 1066, and I'd like you please to suggest some titles of radio and TV programmes which are likely to be included. And Graeme, we'll start with you, please.
Bayer Watch.
And Barry Norman introduces Illuminated Manuscripts 66.
Barry?
Just William the Conqueror. Doomsday Book Programme, This Is Your Lives.
Willie?
Half-blind date. Norman's house party.
King Canute in C, 4th.
Unfortunately, A Day in the Life of Ethelred had to be cancelled as it's still not ready.
Watch out, the venerable bead's about.
Thursday live coverage in the afternoon of the Bayeux Tapestry, and at 10:30 from Stamford Bridge, Stitch of the Day.
Any more? OK, well, let's hurry along to the next round, which is a game called One Song to the Tune of Another, where we take the words of one song and combine them with the tune of another. So it's one song without the tune, but with the words, combined with a different song without the words, but with the same tune. That's the same tune of the different song, not the same tune of the same song. There, I can't make it any simpler than that. Piano accompaniment will be provided by... See, I even choke on the name. Piano accompaniment will be provided by Colin Sell, who tells me that he's found work at several London hotels due to the revival in popularity of the cocktail lounge. This week it's the Ritz, next week he'll be serving Twiglets and cheesy Watsits. Barry, you're going to start. You're going to sing the words of My Ding-a-Ling to the tune of House of the Rising Sun.
I want you to play with my ding-a-ling.
Hardly worth going on to the rest of you. Willie, will you please sing the words of I've Got a Lovely Bunch of Coconuts to the tune of C'est Magnifique?
I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. They are standing in a row. Big ones, small ones, some as big as your head. Give them a twist, a flick of the wrist. That's what the showman said. I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. Every ball you throw will make me rich. There stands my wife. The I love me life.
Tim, I'd like you to sing the words of Remember You're a Womble to the tune of Try a Little Tenderness.
Remember, 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 remember. Remember you're a womble. Remember you're a womble. Remember, remember what a womble, womble you are. Remember you're a womble. Remember you're a womble. When it's for... Oh.
have liked you to go on. Graeme, will you please sing the words of I'll Take You Home Again, Kathleen, to the tune of Hernando's Hideaway?
I'll take you home again, Kathleen, across the ocean wild and wide, to where your heart has ever been, since first you were my bonny bride. The roses all I left your cheek, I've watched them fade away and die. Your voice is sad whenever you speak, and tears beat in your loving eyes. And I will take you back, Kathleen, to where your heart will feel no pain, and when the fields are fresh and green, I will take you home, Kathleen. I know you love me, Kathleen, dear. Your heart was ever fond and true. I always fear when near the life holds nothing, dear, but you. The smiles that once you gave to me, I scarcely ever see them now. Though many times I see a darkening shadow on your brow, I'll take you home again, Kathleen, across the ocean wild and wide.
Absolutely terrific. The next round is called Lies, All Lies. Since I recently adopted a rigorous diet of honesty and truthfulness, I felt spiritually cleansed. Indeed, I now feel quite at one with myself as I sit here, raven-haired, fresh from the gym on the eve of my 35th birthday. On the eve of my 35th birthday. Teams, I'd like you please to take it in turns to lie about a certain person or thing. The opposing team should challenge if they feel their opponents have offered...
Teeth have gone.
The opposing team... The opposing team should challenge if they feel their opponents have uttered anything remotely truthful. Barry and Graeme, you're going to start now. Your subject is the government.
It's a new era.
And has been for some time.
Yes. Nobody could sustain this new era like this government have.
No.
Change of gear in our lifestyles. Gives us hope, I always feel, for the future.
It's the feeling that you're in safe hands.
Yes,
somehow.
yes,
So
indeed.
wonderful, and so much goodness going on.
Role models to look up to.
That's right. Foreign aid, just giving aid away, the Pergau Dam,
indeed.
Things like that.
The
generosity of it. I mean,
yes,
it's quite...
indeed. Public service has never been so public serviced.
Challenge from Willie.
Which government are you talking about? Would this be Gladstone's last Liberal government?
This current government.
Oh. No, I agree with all that. That's fine, yes.
Do you want to go on?
Oh, yes,
indeed.
So do they.
Well, challenge from... The light hasn't got... Oh, Tim.
They do want to go on, or they don't want to go on.
They do want to, but so it's a lie.
Yes.
They don't want to go on. That's the last thing they want to do is carry on. It's charade.
I thought they looked as though they did want to go on.
With no points involved, they don't want to go on.
No.
It's talking about politicians that made us say we wanted to go on with a tone of utter sincerity, when in fact we didn't want to go on.
Oh, go on then.
Well, they're doing a wonderful job, aren't they?
They are indeed.
The nation's never been better, never been healthier. That's why we don't need so many hospitals now.
Indeed, indeed.
Challenge from Willie.
What are they talking about now? I don't want to get cross near at all. I can't understand a word they're talking
This
about.
government, bless
Is that Mrs. Bottomley we're talking about? The lovely Mrs. Bottomley?
Indeed.
With that crackling, starchy front and the way about her. Oh, I could go 5 rounds with her. Oh.
Ding! Second's out. Oh, Mrs. Bottomley, welcome.
Oh, the first one's out.
Tim and Willie, it's your turn now. And your subject is the Church of England.
Well, we're doing awfully well now.
Tremendously. The Archbishop of Canterbury, a short, wiry man with the teeth of Cary Grant.
And that's the reason they're playing to packed houses all over the country.
All over the country. It's like theatre, isn't it? It's like something by Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Yeah.
That good.
And the great...
Buzz myself, if nobody else will.
What's your challenge, Willie?
The Android web was awful. I said that, but I just said it. At least I could pick that one up.
Vicars who don't believe in God, is this part of the general picture at the moment?
What game are you playing, Barry?
There is.
You're trying to guess what we're going to lie about, are you?
Mention of the Archbishop, the primate, made me think of the vicar who didn't believe in God.
Would you prefer if we had a sort of general discussion?
The vicar who didn't believe in God had an answering machine that said, I don't believe I'm in.
John Selwyn Gummer's the sort of man who makes you want to kneel down and pray, isn't he?
Challenge from Graeme.
That's no lie.
I think Prince Charles is right on behalf of the church. He's right to say defender of the faith. Of faith, we agree with
Speak up,
that.
he's a bit deaf.
Right, we'll go on to the next round now.
It's always good to try new rounds.
Yes, I guess.
This next round is called Sounds Peculiar, but don't be misled. Colin Sell isn't involved. Peculiar sounds can be a source of endless fun, as anybody who's had their needle stuck on a Rolf Harris record can testify. In this round, teams, Samantha will play in some pre-recorded sounds on my quarter-inch reel-to-reel double-track magneto-powered Marconi phone. When she's finished, I'd like you each to tell me what they are. We're going to start with you. Barry, your sounds are coming up now.
Hannibal Lecter at the checkout in Safeways.
Okay, Tim, please identify this.
That's, Captain Hewitt. Ill-advisedly turning up for the trooping of the colour, only to discover that the Queen has ordered live ammunition.
Hang on. Samantha's written something down here. It's a mark. Brooke-Taylor for that ovation. Okay, your turn, Willie. What's this, please?
That's somebody taking Chancellor Cole to Newcastle.
Finally, Graeme, will you please identify this?
Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat.
I think that was Quentin Tarantino's Postman Pulp.
Right, well, it's now time for a challenging round called Straight Face. The object of the game is not to get a laugh from the studio audience. So, no problems there, teams. You've been rehearsing for the last 22 years. Teams, I'd like you to take it in turns to come up with a humour-free word on the subject of ornithology. And remember, the merest hint of a titter will result in disqualification. Graeme, will you start us off, please?
Beak.
Thrush. Not a medical program.
It is now. Ptarmigan.
Orc.
Hawk.
Hide.
Grebe. Pelican. Penguin.
Shag.
Not a medical program.
Yes, Tim, I'm sorry. Right, the three of you carry on, starting with you, Barry.
Oddie.
Willie?
Scott. He never got a laugh in his life.
Crow.
Swallow.
Not a medical program.
Sorry, Willie, you got a laugh there.
Not with the bird. Raven.
All right, I'll let you carry on.
Back there with Raven, I think that's very good.
What?
What? So I said Raven.
We're quite waiting for Graeme, aren't we?
Are we?
Yes. Sorry. Tit.
Rook.
Warthog. That was suicide, actually, because I couldn't. A low boredom threshold.
Come and join me on the perch.
We've got one of these interesting situations. Two members of the same team are playing against each other, so...
They always have, they always will.
Graeme?
Lark.
Minor.
Oh, we've had pelican, haven't we?
Yeah, we'll move on to the suite. Separate bills, please.
Bills. Gull.
Claw.
Warthog.
So there's only you left, Barry. Carry on.
Warthog.
Right, our next round's called greetings cards. These days, such cards are produced for all sorts of special occasions and achievements. Teams, I'd like you please to suggest some new style greetings cards for special occasions or events, together with the messages inside. I know it's all too easy these days to make cheap jokes about the misfortunes of the rich and famous, so let's get on with it. Barry, will you start, please? Barry.
Yes. Thinking. Card to Jerry Adams, glad your laryngitis got better. Card to Ian Paisley, sorry your laryngitis got better.
Willie.
And in verse here, you might... So, your paramour has kissed and told of you and she on pleasure bent. This card's to say bad luck about the mention of your measurement.
I've got another one that leads on from that. On your circumcision. Not a big sale, but it's the time for one small cut. Well done on your circumcision. I only have one tiny butt. I think you've made the wrong decision.
I got one to Tim Brooke-Taylor on his return to this show.
Why do I think I don't want this one?
The audience are glad you're back. Of that, I'm pretty certain. When you came on, they all stood up and shouted, "Where's Paul Merton?"
That's a good question, though.
Willie?
This is on the death of a tortoise. Happens in the best run circles. I hear your tortoise. Insert name. I hear your tortoise. Norbert has fallen off the twig. What was it doing up a tree? Do not say a jig.
I expect the picture makes it, doesn't it?
Your lucky you can see it.
Right, our next round, Just a Minute, was originally inspired by that radio favourite, Just a Minute. Last week we asked listeners to name the popular host of Just a Minute. Nicholas Parsons was, of course, first out of the bag with the correct answer. Hugo Grin. In this round, team members should attempt to sing a song without repetition, hesitation, Thompson's gazelle, deviation, or repetition. Those not singing may buzz to challenge. You'll be accompanied on the piano teams by Colin Sell, who I feel is getting a little bit too big for his boots. Seems to be suffering from delusions of adequacy. Right, the song is Waltzing Matilda.
Camped by a billy bong under the shine of a curly-ball tree. And he sang as he watched and waited till his billy boy. He'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. Tangoing Mildred, tap dancing Frida. You'll come a ballying Maisie with me. And he sang.
Challenge
God
from
for
Tim. Repetition from You'll Come. Sorry to take this game seriously.
He's on your side, though.
I was just letting him get his breath back. Okay.
Do you want to carry on then, Tim?
Yeah.
All right, then.
Go for
And he sang as he watched and waited till his billy boiled.
I think you said Billy Boyle previously.
I haven't sung this before.
That's true.
I wonder where the other two have gone.
Someone arrives,
Gone very quiet there, Hunter.
a Velita avec moi. Down came... Is it going to have a piano with this? I'd like a jumper to drink at the William Ong.
Challenge from Barry.
Repetition of bong.
Ong, he said. I said Ong.
William Ong.
William Ong. I thought there was an intrusive B there.
Yeah.
Right.
You are an intrusive bee.
Just for a bit of variety, we'll give Tim the point, and you carry on, Barry.
Oh, I like the sound of that.
And he sang, I haven't sung any of this before, as he watched and waited till his billy boiled. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. Down came a jumbuck to drink at the Willie place.
Deviation, if ever.
Jumped the swagman and grabbed him with glee, and he warbled as he stowed that aforementioned creature in his tucker bag. Accompany me in a gavotte barrel immediately. Oh, ululate.
This was Waltzing Matilda. Remember the two?
Sprechsang. This is Sprechsang. And he stowed that marsupial in his Dorothy
hang on a minute,
container.
Hold it. Because I forgot to reset my buzzer. So. I don't know if anybody's been challenging. Have you been challenging?
Sprechsang.
Challenge
I said it twice.
Yes.
What's the Friends of Dorothy container?
Dorothy bag. Oh. Dorothy bag was an old
I think
bag.
This game's come to its natural conclusion.
Come waltzing Matilda with me.
We're rapidly approaching the end of the show, but there's just time, I think, to fit in a round of Painters Film Club. So, while Samantha pops out to check her little constable's properly hung... to suggest some titles of films likely to be popular with an audience of artists, painters, and the like. So, Tim, will you start, please?
A Man for All Seasons. They get worse.
Thoroughly modern melee.
Tulu's Low Trek, the new generation.
thief, his wife and her lover.
The post-impressionist always rings twice.
Van Gogh's half hour. Oh, no, that's a video, sorry.
The Ruskins are coming.
Leon the pigment farmer.
How green is my Velasquez?
Tom Brown's school days. You don't know Tom Brown, but he's just painted our kitchen. Good job, if anybody wants his number.
Fauvist Gump.
Have I said the lady varnishes?
Renoir dogs.
Well, as I see the sands of time are being washed by the tide of eternity, it's time to decide whether it's kinder on coloured fabrics than our usual brand. And also to say goodbye. So from the team, Samantha and myself, goodbye.
Barry Cryer, Graeme Garden, Willie Rushton and Tim Brooke-Taylor were being given silly things to do by Humphrey Lyttelton, with Colin Sell setting some of them to music. The programme was produced by John Naismith.
Presents I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, the antidote to panel games. At the piano is Colin Sell, and your chairman is Humphrey Lyttelton.
Hello and welcome to another edition of I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue. Once again we're coming to you from historic Chester, whose name derives from the Latin Castra Devana, meaning camp on the Dee. This of course refers to a riverside garrison and not, as recently supposed, the infamous Roman commander Julius Clary. Anyway, we're the guests of the Malloy Hall here in Chester, and when I say we, I'm referring to our splendid teams, a veritable who's that of British comedy. On my right, Willie Rushton and Tim Brooke-Taylor. On my left, Barry Cryer and Graeme Garden. And here to give the teams one when she feels they deserve it, please welcome our scorer, the delightful Samantha. Well, our first round is entitled Historical Headlines. Long, long ago, teams, events of true national importance went largely unreported in the national newspapers. And in this country, it's a tradition that's upheld to this very day. Teams, I shall provide a historical event, and I'd like you please to suggest some newspaper headlines likely to have been printed in the papers the following day. The first event is the feeding of the 5,000. Barry.
This is in the Magician's Weekly. David Copperfield unveils great new tuna sandwich illusion.
Willie.
This is from the Jewish Chronicle, our goldfish kosher.
Graeme?
One from the Sun. Jesus Christ ate my fish.
And Tim.
The Observer, 4,998 vegetarians left hungry.
News headline in the Daily Mirror, where's the ketchup then, shout Pharisees. The Financial Times is more impressed by the sermon that preceded the miracle and said attractive property gains for Meek forecast.
Let's try another one. This time the event is the sack of Troy.
Daily Mail in the female section, under household hints, always look a gift horse in the stomach.
Sound bit of advice in the Guardian. Beware Greeks bearing tits.
Sporting Life, big wooden bugger, odds on favourite for Troy Handicap.
Today, Ajax round the bend official.
Birmingham Post, Aston Villa chairman says my manager, Mr. Troy, has my complete backing.
Well, time's getting on, so now let's go on to a round called Pick Up Song. However, before we start, I must apologise to listeners in the West Midlands. It must be very unpleasant at this time of year. Now, as is customary in this round, Samantha will spin some discs on my gramophone to which you team should sing along. By some deft adjustment to my new EC-approved knob de volume, Samantha will cause the music to drop out at a certain point. If on its return you're within a gnat's crotchet of the original teams, I'll be awarding points, and points mean prizes. What do points mean? God, I get more depressed each week. This week's prize comes from the Ann Summers Erotic Herb Collection. It's this attractive blow-up dill. Barry, I'd like to make it clear to my aunt who listens to this program regularly that I don't understand any of these. Barry, I'd like you to start by accompanying Gene Vincent singing Bebop.
Bebop, Lula, shade, my baby love, my baby love, my baby love. She's the girl in the red blue jeans. She's the queen of all the kings. She's the one that I know. She's the one that loves me, so say bebop.
I should have mentioned that there's one rule I forgot about, and that is you're not allowed to tap your foot. So sorry, Barry. Tim, will you please accompany Shawaddy Waddy singing Under the Moon of Love?
Let's go for a little walk under the moon of love. Let's sit down and talk under the moon of love. I want to tell you that I love you, and I want you to be my girl. Little darling, let's walk, let's talk under the moon of love, moon of love. You were looking so lovely under the moon of love.
Not the feet.
You're shining so brightly under the moon of love. I wanna go all the time, and be my love tonight. God, let's talk under the moon of love.
What an enormous gnat.
Next time you can tap your foot.
Stamp it.
Willie, will you join Cliff Richard singing Living Doll?
Oh.
Got
myself a crying, talking, sleeping, walking, living doll. Got to do my best. It used to get quicker, I'm sure, when I was young. Living doll. Got a roving eye, and that is why she satisfies my soul. Got the one and only walking, talking, living doll. Take a look at her hair. It's real. And if you don't believe that, why, I just said it just feel. Gonna lock her up in a trunk. So no big hunk. I can steal her away from me. Got myself a crying, talking, sleeping.
Finally, Graham, will you and Colin Sell please accompany Nina Simone singing My Baby Just Cares for Me?
places. My baby don't care for high-toned places. His tailor is not a star, and even his smile is something he can't see. My baby don't care who knows. My baby cares for me.
Our next round, word for word, involves the teams uttering a meaningless series of unconnected words. Interestingly, this round is thought to have provided author Geoffrey Archer with the inspiration for the title of his next book, A Meaningless Series of Unconnected Words. I shall ask one team to exchange a series of completely unconnected words between them. The opposing team may challenge if they notice a connection. If I uphold the challenge, then the challengers should take over. They damn well will take over. Okay? Right, well, Tim and Willie, will you start, please?
Umbrella.
Follicle.
Chop.
Muffin.
Scarf.
Codswallop.
Challenge from Graeme Garden.
Yes, umbrella and scarf are related, surely. Huh?
Yes.
Only by marriage.
That's Jane Asher, not an umbrella. Frequently mistaken. I fell over my head in wet weather. What?
I have to uphold that. That was a very obvious mistake.
I want to put her up.
If she'd known you were coming, she'd have baked a cake.
Carry on. Graham and Barry, take over.
Clog. Cake.
Challenge.
One of Jane Asher's finest. Clog-shaped cake, which she brings out every clogging Sunday, which they enjoy in Ramsbottom annually.
Well, to tell you the truth, I didn't cancel out the buzzer, so I haven't a clue what happened then, so... Oh, Barry and Graham, carry on.
Flange.
Grouse.
Gusset.
I heard a laugh there, Barry, you're out.
It's the same round that we're playing, the adjudicator.
Oh, yeah, it's the wrong game. Challenge from Tim.
Well-known pub, Grouse and Gusset, and they're open.
Carry on, Tim.
Moribund.
Arthur.
Cataclysmic.
Challenge from Graeme Garden.
Moribund and his brother Arthur.
Don't say further than that.
I know them well, sir.
It answers it right. Lark.
Wimple.
Novice.
Gerbil.
What was the last one?
Never you mind.
German was the last one.
German?
Gerbil.
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 Oh, gerbil, was it?
Gerbil.
Was it German gerbil?
He was a German.
Wasn't there a film called The Gerbils of Wimpole Street? Carrots? Carrots.
The carrots of Penzance, you're thinking.
Well, that was jolly good fun, Hump, wasn't it?
I'm absolutely fed up with it, to tell you the truth. Let's go on to the next round, entitled Biographies.
Yes.
It's a round entitled Biographies, and no one can have failed to notice the recent plethora of books about the lives of the rich and famous. There's been Diana, about the princess, Charles, about the prince, and even Barry Cryer, about 50 pence in the remainder book. Teams, I'd like you please to come up with some suggestions for the titles of biographies that have yet to grace our bookshop shelves. And Graham, will you start, please?
Mike Atherton, A Handful of Dust.
John Gummer, All Things Trite and Beautiful. I've just got a book out about Louis Armstrong, actually, called You Play the King and I'll Trumpet.
Des Lynam. Why do I do that?
Major Ron, The Medium is the Massage.
For the sequel, he's taking the old David Bowie song and he's going to call it Self-Control to Major Ron.
David Mellor, away goals count double.
I've got his latest book,
by the way.
I have Mellor's latest work. It's Through Lady Cobham with Gun and Rod.
Elvis Presley, My Life in Tesco's.
Richard Madeley, I Was a Fugitive from a Chain Store.
It's now time to play the game called Mornington Crescent. The Friends of Mornington Crescent mailbox has been inundated again by a postcard from our regular correspondent, Mrs. Trellis of North Wales. She's holidaying in Rill at present, and she writes, Dear, having a lovely weather not so, wish you were... Oh, and there's a P.S. here. Due to power cut in hotel, had to write this under lighthouse. Anyway, back to the game. This week we'll be playing Hugo's second stratagem. And in case you've forgotten, teams, this means that moves across consecutive rows are prohibited, unless, of course, you're in nip. Tim, will you start, please?
Across consecutive rows?
Oh, we're not going to have an argument again.
You can't actually have consecutive if you're in nip anyway, can you? Consecutive rows?
You can.
If you're playing Hugo's, you can.
Oh, yes, sorry.
You couldn't in the first stratagem, but the second one you can do it. He amended it.
I apologise.
Hugo first.
No, he didn't exactly.
No need to be frivolous, Barry. Lyle Street.
You want a quibble, Graeme?
Well, he didn't actually amend it. He altered it.
I suppose if Hump says we play it that way, it doesn't really matter, does it?
It's not Hump's amendment, is it? It's Hugo's.
But Hump mentioned it.
You just said it wasn't an amendment. You said it was an alteration.
Oh, but you're trying to amend it now.
Perhaps we'd better leave it till next week, had we?
Start away, Tim. Please.
Lyle Street.
Rodsham Street.
Spell it.
Rodsham.
Where's that?
Chester.
Tite Street.
Trinity Street.
Oh, blimey.
It's not that bad. I hope you're not going to do anything very, very silly.
Do you think... Fleet Street.
Barry.
No. That's a madness.
Westgate.
Oh!
No, we've forgotten the consecutive rows.
Funny little pocket of people over there.
They come from Chester.
Oh. They probably voted for the loony and the jumpers. Cromwell Road.
Chichester Street.
Where's that then? Is that here? Oh.
God.
It was nip. Yeah.
I suppose we are, aren't we?
You are.
Is there any way out of it?
Absolutely, yes, for me. But not for you.
I go, you're coming with me. All right.
Don't forget, consecutive rows are now not prohibited. Because you're in nip.
Baker Street. Thank you, Hump.
Trinity Street.
Knightsbridge.
Brandreth Square.
You're lying that, Hump.
Listen, at this stage in the game, I'll allow anything.
In that case, Mornington Crescent.
Well, our next round is entitled Call My Bluff. As you remember from the television program, participants were expected to issue forth a stream of anachronisms, inanities, and blatant lies. Happily, this old format has been repackaged for radio and can now be heard under the title Today in Parliament. Teams, I shall give you each an obscure word to define, and I shall be awarding points to whichever definition I decide is nearest the truth. Now, the word is ping, hippopotamus. No, sorry, I'll read that again. The word is... hippopotamus, and I'd like you to give me your definition of the word hippopotamus, please. Tim.
Well, this hippopotamus is a very specific term used in the 50s by potters. After the war, as some of our older listeners and us will remember, pottery was still very old-fashioned with dogs, cats, 18th century lovers, that sort of thing. And an American, Joseph Krajewski, hit the pottery world like a breath of fresh air with such masterpieces as long-haired lovers on motorbikes, rock and roll hot dogs, etc. When asked where he got his modern ideas from, he said, from my rather more hipper potter muse. Very specific, only potters would understand that. It's also the trendy Cambodian guerrilla comedian, the hip Pol Potter muse.
Sorry.
I did mention pottery, not quite what he said. Sir Joshua Amis, an ancestor of Kingsley and Martin. Martin was named after him, actually, about 150 years after. Got together with Jedediah Harper to make a revolutionary chamber pot, because the old models caused a lot of trouble. The steam was rusting the bed springs, and people mistook them for soup bowls. So they installed one of the earliest Spode extractor fans on the top, which you had to remove before you sat on it, otherwise you might get a little behind with your orders. But they created this new revolutionary chamber pot that went ping, you know, if you ran your So, because of the design on the side with the two names and the description in the middle, it was known as the Harper Pot Amis.
Willie, in the golden days before Spitting Image, when Jim Henson and Frank Oz used to do that wonderful thing, the Muppets, it was very lovely, they did actually a blue version of it, behind closed doors. Appalling things happened between the Frog and Miss Piggy. No decent person should really ever see. Suffice to say, it never will be seen. It exploded. But the thing to ask for, if you want to see these puppets at it, is go in and ask for hip puppet amours. The pig is terrific.
Graeme. Well, this goes back to the year when the Marx Brothers entered the US Open Golf Championship. And it was very tense. And Harpo, in fact, was in the lead until the 18th on the final round. And he tried his very hardest, but the ball just failed to go in. And the headlines in the papers the next day said, Harpo putt a miss. The word passed into the language. That animal that lives in African rivers.
I think the nearest one to the truth, they were all pretty far flung. I mean, that one of yours, Tim, the pottery thing was unbelievable, so I'm not accepting that. That's your peril. And Graeme, the golf thing, no. Willie didn't hear a word of it from where I'm sitting.
No. Well, I'm in Chester.
I suppose, Barry, you come nearest to the correct answer, so I'll award the points to you. Correct answer is, of course, an ugly, fat, grey thing. You did mention Kingsley Amis. On we go now to a hilarious musical round called Just a Minim, which goes some way to prove that although the gift of laughter is a rare and precious thing, it comes a poor second to the gift of industrial strength earplugs. It's a musical version of the popular radio show Just a Minute, so as you would expect, team members should attempt to sing a song without repetition, hesitation, repetition, lobster or deviation. Those not singing may buzz to challenge, and you'll be accompanied on the piano teams by the ever-popular Colin Sell, who receives sacks of fan mail. Here's an example. Dear Colin, the Ventaxia kitchen extractor removes all the unpleasant... Right, I'd like you to start, please, Graeme, and the song is How Much Is That Doggy in the Window?
How much is that doggy in the window? Woof bark. The one with the waggly tail. What's the price of that animal through the glass? I do hope that Fido's for sale. I must take a trip to California and leave my poor sweetheart alone. If he has a dog... Sorry, that was deviation and repetition.
Thank you, Graeme. You've done us all a favour. I'll uphold that challenge. That means you
have to go on, Humphrey.
She won't be lonesome, and the animal will have a good home.
I don't really want to say this, but
Willie,
What?
For the benefit of listeners at home, if you'd wait for me to say challenge from Willie, they're not going to be able to distinguish your voice from...
Don't they have stereo on Radio 4?
What's that got to do with it?
I don't know. I could never understand in the war how Lord Hawthorne was so much louder than Uncle Mac. Very quite frankly, and I lived in Wales then. Larry the Lamb... Lord Hawthorne, hello, Germany speaking, cheers a bell.
That's almost all we've got time for in the country. It's just time, I've noticed, to fit in a quick round of Roman Film Club. So, teams, in honour of Chester's forebears, I'd like you please to suggest some titles of films likely to have been popular with the ancient Romans. And Barry, will you start, please?
Toga.
Accidental Nero.
Funny Gall, starring Barbarian Streisand.
Viaduct Soup. Mad Maximus.
Gladiator 2. He's Bacchus.
Rollerball and Remus.
Rome Alone.
The man who shot Julius Caesar.
Porgy and Bess. With Caesar Minelli.
Adrian's Wall Street. Good night.
Well, as the vanquished charwoman of time begins to shaken back the shag pile of eternity. I notice that we've just run out of time, and indeed the series. Join us on Christmas Day for a special festive edition of the programme. In the meantime, from Samantha, the teams, myself, and all the fine people of Chester, goodbye.
Tim Brooke-Taylor, Barry Tryer, Graeme Garden and Willie Rushton were being given silly things to do by Humphrey Lyttelton, with Colin Sell setting some of them to music. The programme was produced by John Naismith.
Present I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, the antidote to panel games. At the piano is Colin Sell and your chairman is Humphrey Lyttelton.
Hello. And welcome to I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue. You join us back at the Paris studio in the heart of Theatreland. It's here under the lights of London's West End that our team members have been responsible for many a triumph. And for 50p, they'll watch the windscreens of almost any other... Let me introduce them. They are, on my left, Barry Cryer and Graeme Garden. And on my right, Willie Rushton and Tim Brooke-Taylor. I'm afraid our usual scorer, Samantha, can't be with us today. She's off making an experimental art film with a daring new producer, who I understand is looking for an early release. With good behaviour, he could be out in 6 months. In her stead, please welcome our Scandinavian stand-in, the very glistening Sven. We'll start with a round called Double Feature. It's come to my notice, teams, that the continued crisis in the British film industry is causing producers to embrace drastic economy measures. Cinema goers will be saddened to hear that many classics are being remade with appalling changes. I understand that Brief Encounters are being reshot without the scene where the spaceship lands. They put a steam train in instead. Teams, I'd like you please to suggest some titles of new films likely to be made up from 2 or more old ones. We'll start with you, Barry.
Well, this has embraced television as well. Of course, University Challenge is being combined with You Don't Have to Be Jewish and called Challenge Hanukkah.
They're putting together Hotel Sahara, The Bill, and Storm Over the Nile, and it's called Tory Minister Resigns.
Dances with Wolves has been combined with Crocodile Dundee 2 to produce a late result, Wolves 1, Dundee 2.
And they're combining ABBA, the movie, with Reservoir Dogs to make Abattoir.
10 Commandments, 10 Rillington Place, and Tender is the Night to produce the 3 tenors. Well, that'll be 30 quid to you, mate.
They're putting together the Gravy Train and the Browning version to make Bisto.
Bring together Fu Manchu, The Lion King, and For the Love of Ada to produce Fu King Ada.
Again, you notice, really.
Gardener's Question Time and King Lear have been put together to make 4 Weedings and a Goneril.
On the grounds of taste, the makers of The Big Country have decided not to combine with anyone, but if they did, Oliver Reed would be the star.
They're combining What Every Woman Wants and Free Willy, and I'm bloody embarrassed by that.
Okay. Our next round pick-up song will prove beyond doubt that our teams have Rembrandt's eye for detail, Picasso's nose for originality, and Van Gogh's ear for music. Now, teams, DJ Sven will shortly spin some well-known discs on my gramophone, to which I'd like you to sing along. The music will then drop out, and if on its return you're within a gnat's crotchet of the original, I'll be awarding points, and points mean prizes. What do points mean? This week's prize is just the thing for the DIY reggae enthusiast. It's a Desmond Decker workmate. Barry, will you please start us off by accompanying Elvis Presley singing Hound Dog?
You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. You ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. When they said you was high-classed, well, that was just a lie. Yeah, they said you was high-classed. Well, that was just a lie. You ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. You ain't never caught a rabbit.
You lose all the points you've amassed so far. Graeme Garden, would you please accompany Perry Como singing Magic Moments?
Magic moments when 2 hearts are caring. Magic moments, memories we've been sharing. I'll never forget the moment we kissed the night of the hayride. The to try to keep warm while they in a sleigh ride. Magic moments, memories we've been sharing. Magic moments when two hearts are caring. Time can't erase the memory
Library's
of
closing, sir. Come on.
these magic moments filled with...
You were all right. Perry Como came in late. It's your turn. Your turn, Tim. Will you join Kate Bush singing Wuthering Heights?
You had a temper, like my jealousy, too hot, too greedy. Could you leave me? Bless you, I hated you, I loved you too. At 3 in the night, they told me I was the fight. Leave behind my wandering rat and
Go back in a bit of the tune, I want.
Oh, Heathcliff, it's me, Cathy. I'm so cold. Let me in your window.
Take it out before the tune arrives. Not working for this man again.
Certainly not. I'm going home.
Okay. Finally, Willie, would you accompany Julio Iglesias singing Begin the Begin?
I feel somebody should.
When the yes, indeed, las cosas de hacer. Quiero cerrar mi queer. Quiero volver a empezar.
I'm not really, no.
Que fue tu vida. Quiero.
What does this mean? Si todo se olvida, was that?
Para volver a empezar. Yo que siempre, yo que contigo. Where are you?
Well, it's slower in proper Spanish.
Our next round is called Complete Quotes. It's based on an old parlour game called Incomplete Sentences, apparently first popularised by Mr. Ernest Saunders. I shall supply the beginnings of some well-known phrases or sayings, teams, and I'd like you to complete them for me. So, Tim, some famous lines from Casablanca for you. Play it, Sam, play.
The last movement of Shostakovich's Fifth Piano Concerto in E minor and make it snappy.
Willie, here's something pretty stirring. We shall fight on the beaches, we shall fight on the landing grounds, we shall fight in the fields and in the streets, we shall fight in the hills. We shall never...
Go near the Germans.
Robert Burns for you, Graham. The best laid plans of mice and men...
seldom coincide.
It is, isn't it? Yes. Barry, Humphrey Bogart for you. Of all the gin joints in all the towns in all the world, she walks into...
a lamppost.
Shakespeare for you, Tim. Alas, poor Yorick, I knew...
He wasn't well at breakfast.
Short one for you, Willie. E.T. phone.
E.T. phone Bob Hoskins and tell him to shut up.
Graham, the King asked the Queen and the Queen asked the dairymaid, could we have some...
3 in a bed sex romp.
Gee, well, this is fun. First time in 22 years, but... So we'll have some more of those, eh? Here's one open to you all now. And it's a far, far better thing that I do than...
Anderson Country.
How about this one? Go ahead, punk, make my...
quiche.
And finally, genius is 2% inspiration and...
99% arithmetic. Accountants in.
Right, we have a round now. I can use my buzzer in this one. That's nice. Because I haven't used it for weeks. Sits there. Waste of time bringing it along. Our next round is entitled Critics Forum. It was once said that a critic is an opinionated man who knows the way but can't drive a car, as opposed to an opinionated man who can drive a car but doesn't know the way. That's a minicab driver. In this round, teams, I'd like you to take the parts of critics who are in two minds about a TV program of my choosing. When you hear this, it's a sign for you to be very positive about it. And when you hear this, it's a sign for you to be very negative. And when you hear this... it's a sign that our friend Sooty is reading the shipping forecast. Barry and Graeme, please. I'd like you to start with your programme, and it's University Challenge.
Well, it's wonderful to see that old programme back on the air after so many years, as fresh as a daisy.
Welcome return. An old hardy annual. What about the new chairman? What about Jeremy Paxman? What about Jeremy? Where does he get off? Boorish and impatient and rude to those nice students.
Yes, he doesn't give them a chance.
No,
obviously he doesn't know any of the answers himself.
And this is what it needed. It needed...
that air of danger about it.
Puts them on their mettle. They have
Puts
to react very quickly to him.
And what charming young people they get on the programme.
They do indeed. Or used to.
They used to. Bambo was running the ship. No, then it was a programme.
Then it was a programme.
It was a challenge, and they came from university, and that was it. And what a brilliant idea to use the same title this time.
Indeed. So it surges ahead as if it had never been away. But it had, you know.
Thank you. Your turn now, Tim and Willie. Your programme is Have I Got News for You?
What a great programme, Will. Eh?
What? Oh, you're starting positively, are you?
Only because the bell went and went...
Oh, I see. It is absolutely splendid.
Yeah.
I know a gallery. Fresh,
Angus
young...
Deaton. Angus Deaton. Good or what?
Angus Deaton. Very hard to know where to put the knife in. A man with a tiny head, yes, this minute head, with his enormous shaggy body. I used to on somebody else's body with his small little...
Should he like his own jokes quite so much in that way?
Well, he reads
I think he should, because they're bloody good.
He reads off the autocue tremendously well. I don't know, a master of autocue reading.
What is autocue? He never uses autocue, does
he? Well, no, they have scripts in front of them all the time. The whole thing is scripted, and very well scripted for an ad-lib show.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
On the other hand, we might be bitter because we're not making quite as much money. I'm not whinging on about them, but on the other hand, it is rubbish.
It is absolutely rubbish. His lap, the elf in sight bite.
Yes.
And Paul Merton, which you can only reach by going through thinking.
Is great. Well, just
No, I think it's a topical
up to the
program.
minute.
It's up to up to about
do
3
we have a
days
hoot
ago.
about? And you'd never know it. You'd never know it from listening to
No,
it. It could have been done last year, and in fact it was done
And the
last
guests
year.
extremely well. The guests are tremendously exciting people.
No, they're not.
Pudding
They've just
manufacturers.
had the...
And at the same time, it's not... Is it? Yes, it is. Definitely.
Okay, well, it's now time to play the game called Mornington Crescent. And I notice we've been inundated with a letter from our regular correspondent, Mrs. Trellis, who's writing in her capacity as patron of the North Wales branch of the Paranoid Amnesiacs Trust. Her letter reads, Dear Sir.
Dear Sir.
Yours faithfully, Mrs. Trellis. Yes, I know you're talking about me behind my back. Okay, teams, before we start the game, I must warn you that North London rules apply this week, so contraflows are inverted, and to avoid...
Our north is North London, then.
You're going to start during the introduction, are you? Now, I'll even wait for the game to start.
Better to get it
quibbling
cleared
on
up.
about
Would help
raising,
clear it up.
nitpicking little points about it. He does it all the time.
Well, how much of North London?
North London, you know where North London is.
Hadrian's
Out
Wall?
the door. Keep going. And anyway, teams, to avoid triangulation, Dollis Hill will be wild.
Been none too pleased all week.
Right,
Dollis
now.
Hill in North London. That's a good...
Yeah.
Dollis Hill is in North London, yes. It's just down the road from North Finchley.
Good heavens.
And you can't get more North London than North Finchley.
Even more
Unless,
North
unless you go to South Finchley.
Very true.
Okay? We'll start with you, Tim. Let's get it over early.
No. Mornington Crescent, Hounslow.
This is near the airport. That's very good. I like that.
A40.
Yeah.
Neasden High Road.
Sorry?
Neasden High Road.
How far north do you want to go? That's Alaska. That's where. That's the Ice Age finished. The Ice Age came crumbling over it and stopped in Neasden, quite rightly.
Sort of
The Ice
half-baked
Age
Alaska.
had taste.
Come on, make a move.
All right. Lower Regent Street.
Well, that's north, isn't it?
Yes. You can still have North.
Of the Thames, yeah. But if
You
Dollis
don't have to
Hill's
stay
wild-
in the north. It's just that North London rules apply. I mean, the North London rules can apply to East London.
I said if contraflows are inverted again, I shall retch in my hat.
You're tempted, aren't you, Humphrey?
And don't forget and put it on like you did last week. Dollis Hill Wild, wasn't it?
It's not your turn.
No, sorry, and little interjection. Dollis Hill Wild.
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Graeme?
Dollis Hill.
Mason Street.
Holloway Road.
Kensington Church Street. Ever popular in a game like this?
Dollis Hill.
Oh, yeah. Dollis Hill, then.
You? Yeah. You can go. Dollis Hill.
I don't think there's any way out.
Is this what they call Dollis Hill, mate? It's a North London standoff.
I'm afraid it is.
We're gridlocked in anyway with this now. Yeah.
Not.
No, there's a way out.
There is.
There is.
There is a way out.
Being.
Head south. Battersea High Street. South to the river.
Yeah, but he's put...
Where men are men.
Yeah, put you back in. Dollis Hill. Dollis Hill.
I can't do it again, though, can I?
What?
Well, you can't strike out now.
Head south.
Yeah.
It's my advice to you.
You can't.
I wasn't far south enough.
Oh, Lord. Lupus Street.
That's gone north again. Oh, well.
No, not after
It's
Dollis
not
Hill.
dangerous. It's all
No,
right.
no,
It's all right.
Lupus
It's all right.
Street.
It's all right.
Looper Street, Dollis Hill, Mornington Crescent.
Yes. It's now time for a round of limericks. As usual, teams, I shall provide each of you with an inviting opening, which I'd like you to complete, taking one line each. Tim, we're going to start you.
Hello.
That miserable bloke, Friedrich Nietzsche,
Had one most extraordinary feature.
He used it to pester a fat tart called Esther.
But it luckily didn't quite reach her.
Barry, an opening line for you. In the pub with St. Thomas Aquinas.
I was rapidly struck by his shyness.
When I said, "It's your shout,"
He quickly ran out.
Well, that was a bit of a minus.
Willie, here's your line. A habit of René Descartes.
Let me just run through the alphabet there. A habit of René Descartes was to eat very large baked bean tarts.
He became quite a cult.
With the melodious result.
That is now number 8 in the charts.
Finally for you, Graham. A little known fact about Plato.
He invented the concept of NATO.
The Swiss Army knife.
The inflatable wife.
And the trouserless jacket potato.
Well, Sven's been keeping the score meticulously all this time. And we move on to a new musical round called Waltzing Colin. Teams, I'd like you each to sing a well-known contemporary song, but in waltz time. As usual, you'll be accompanied on the piano by Colin Sell, who tells me that his main musical influence is a Middle Eastern in origin. Mostly Shiite. You better start, Tim and Willie, and your song is Great Balls of Fire.
You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain.
Come on, Colin, keep up.
Too much love drives a man insane. You broke my wheel, but oh, what a thrill. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. I laughed at love because I thought it was funny. You came along and moved me, honey. I changed my mind, this love is fine. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
Right, Barry and Graham, your song is Pink Floyd's Another Brick in the Wall.
We don't need no education. We don't need no thought control. Dark sarcasm in the classroom. Teachers leave them kids alone. Hey, teacher. hearts alone. In all, it's just another brick in the wall. All in all, it was just another brick in the wall.
Yeah, it was a good round then. We are fast approaching the end of the show, but there's just time, I think, to fit in a round of Highland Film Club. So, teams, before Sven and I begin to blow on our pipes, perhaps even toss a caber or two, I'd like you please to suggest some titles of films likely to be popular with an audience of Scottish cinema goers. We'll start with you, Graham.
Crocodile Dundee.
License to Kilt? It's in the Clockwork Sporran.
Dr. New.
Roger Vardeems and God created Mrs. McTavish.
Everydays for Seven Brothers. Last Tango in Porridge. This'll be the day. Sporran Correspondent.
Look back at Angus.
Full far from the madding crowd. An Inverness of the D'Urberville.
McGonagall with the wind.
What's up, Dr. Finlay?
Well, as the burnished chariot of fate is wheel-clamped by the traffic warden of eternity, I notice that we've run out of time. Join us again next week when we'll be in Chester. Meanwhile, from the teams, Sven and myself, goodbye.
Barry Cryer, Graeme Garden, Willie Rushton and Tim Brooke-Taylor were being given silly things to do by Humphrey Lyttelton, with Colin Sell setting some of them to music. The programme was produced by John Naismith.
We present I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, the antidote to panel games. At the piano is Colin Sell, and your chairman is Humphrey Lyttelton.
Hello and welcome to I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue. Once again we find ourselves within the Georgian splendour of the assembly rooms in Bath, where for several centuries on certain special evenings the most admired burghers of the city were to be found. Today, of course, there's a McDonald's. The assembly rooms now houses a fascinating museum of costume, where items of clothing once considered the height of fashion can be seen adorning an array of almost lifelike dummies. Let me introduce you to four of them. On my left, Barry Cryer and Graeme Garden. And on my right, Willie Rushton and Paul Merton. And making sure the team's points go up where they should. Please welcome our scorer, the delightful Samantha. Incidentally, Samantha has wasted no time in visiting many of the charming local shops, and after an enjoyable route amongst the antiques, she's brought back a lovely tall boy. Our first round is entitled Old Radio Times. Idly flicking through some old magazines of late, I came across an edition of the Radio Times for the week beginning November the 12th, 1666. As the dentist was ready to see me, I was sadly unable to... read it, so perhaps, teams, you might suggest some titles of TV and radio programs that might have been listed inside. And Willie, will you start, please?
Plague School.
Followed by London's Burning.
Match of the day.
Call My Rough.
They're showing the movie 37,000 Funerals and No Weddings.
Watch out, Cromwell's about.
Which is the sequel to Are You Being Severed?
New series of Harry Enfield's Diary. Hello, peeps.
Another saga of the Great Fire, East Embers.
The Plymouth Rock and Roll Years. Reference to the Pilgrim Fathers. Doesn't really make any funny explaining it.
But it adds historical interest.
It does indeed, a little sideline.
And on Newsnight, Zeal of the Land Paxman will be asking Sir Christopher Wren why he made the new dome of St. Paul's in the shape of a monstrous carbuncle.
And the new drama series with Noel Gwynn, Oranges Aren't the Only Fruit.
The Word with Terry Christian and John Bunyan.
Okay. Well, we've got off to a cracking start. Now for a challenging round called Pick-Up Song. As its name suggests, the game combines the lyricism of the song with the tonality of a pickup truck. In this round, teams, Samantha will play some popular duets on my gramophone, to which I'd like you to sing along. At a random point, the music will drop out, and if on its return you're within a midge's crotchet of the original, I'll be awarding points, and points mean prizes. What do points mean? Let me remind you that we're in Bath. And you don't have to turn off the M4 at exit 18. This week's prize is a work of unique craftsmanship. It's this attractive leather-bound cow. Okay, Barry and Graham, you're to go first, and I'd like you to accompany Renee and Renato singing Save Your Love.
For summer nights with moon and stars above, a serenade I long to sing you, the latest rose I always bring you, save your love for me. Even though it's been so very long, the memory of our love still lingers on. I can't wait to hold and kiss you. Don't you know how much I miss you? Darling, sing for me our lover's song. Salva l'amore, cara, salva l'amore.
Sì, amore.
Le note che vedete daranno una le stelle della sol.
Not too much sauce.
I long to sing you the reddest rose I always bring you. Salva l'amore per Roma e per me. La 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 la.
Well, if you thought that was good, wait till you hear Paul and Willie. Accompanying Ann Ziegler and Webster Booth singing If You Were the Only Girl in the World.
You
girl in the world, and I was the only... I can't match it when I'm hearing it. Nothing else would matter in the world today. We could go on loving in the same old way.
Just me for two, with nothing to mar our joy. I would say wonderful things to you.
There would be such wonderful things to do if you were the only girl in the world and I were the only boy.
Oh, hurry up, you silly old thing.
More like antecedent and general booth.
And now for a game called Word for Word, and these are the rules. One team member starts by uttering a word drawn from a selection limited only by his imagination. It's a bit stiff, that rule. His teammates should then say a word completely unconnected with the one before. Or even his teammates should then...
Drink up, sir. Go home now. Come on. We've all had a lot of fun, sir. Just come on now.
His teammates should then say a word completely unconnected to the one before. The opposing team may challenge if they notice a connection, and I'm going to ask you to start, please, Barry.
Thermal. Crisp. Flange. Fridge. Thorn. Lettuce.
Yeah. Challenge that.
Thorn make fridges.
I don't know about that challenge, Paul.
Oh.
Do you mind if I overrule it?
I don't mind. There's a lady down the front very upset.
It's just that tonight we've only got one buzzer. It means somebody's got to get up and count it from once. Well, thank you, Paul. It's very kind of you. Okay, Paul, then...
For those of you listening in stereo, it's over here now.
Okay, let's go on. Right, Paul, will you start another round, please?
Octopus.
Prong.
Car.
Plunger.
Sink.
Zombie.
Challenge from Graeme Garden.
A sink zombie.
Yeah. It's a film.
It's a film.
Yeah, Sink Zombies from Hell.
Yeah.
We better have the buzzer back then, haven't we? You may be sitting out there wondering where your licence fee goes.
Okay, Barry, start off.
Thorax. Lamb.
Challenge there from...
Famous actress of the 18th century, Thorax Lamb.
Oh.
Had an affair with Byron. Many the night he propped his bicycle on her bedstead.
Paul, buzzer.
Oh, right, sorry.
Okay, Willie, take it up again.
Birthmark.
Definitely.
Challenge from Graeme Garden.
Well, there's a hyphen between those two words.
I didn't say hyphen, no.
No.
It was implicit. Birth and mark.
It's the German admiral, isn't it?
Yes.
Birthmark.
It was
Sinking of the
Sinking of the
birthmark.
birthmark. Double feature.
Yeah. With Sinking the Zombie.
Yeah. They knew how to make films in them days. They just didn't bother.
Don't you love it when you're in control? Okay, hurry along, Graeme.
Hurry. Scurry. Slurry. Flurry.
Hey! Do you mind, Colin? You've actually wrecked that game by giving...
But this, I was buzzing anyway. This is a Surrey with the fridge on top, isn't it?
Well,
made by Thorn. Yeah.
I think I'm going to solve this current problem by awarding maximum points to all four of you. 3. Our next round is a new game called Greetings Cards. I'm sure you'll agree that to be sent a greetings card is one of life's constant pleasures. Indeed, I have one here which was sent in specially to the programme. It reads, I'm sorry I haven't a clue. Get better soon. Yours sincerely, John Burt. How thoughtful. Anyway, teams, in the light of the many greetings cards on the market, I'd like you please to suggest a selection of cards for previously overlooked occasions, together with the relevant message or rhyme. And Paul, will you start, please?
Yes, this is a greeting card which hasn't yet been printed. It's a very overlooked topic, I think. It's to the greatest living English jazz band leader from a grateful nation. And there's a little rhyme inside, which I think is quite nice. I won't write too much silly bump. I'd hate to embarrass dear old Hump. There is no player of his ilk. He's the best at the bilk.
This is rather a nice one. Good luck with the breakout from all at Group 4.
Willie.
Here's a card to make you cheerful and to wish you all the best, though your wife has been unfaithful and your home has been repossessed.
Graeme?
One to send somebody on being convicted of vandalism. The judge called you a hooligan. Your conduct couldn't be cruder. We all look forward to getting your postcard from Bermuda.
Paul?
Congratulations on your plastic surgery. When I said put a brave face in it, I didn't mean somebody else's.
Lovely picture of a doggy. Spitting image of your rover. He'd be with you on your birthday if he hadn't been run over.
Right, it's now time to play the game called Mornington Crescent. This week's postbag is bursting with a letter from our regular correspondent, Mrs. Trellis of North Wales, who tells us she's keen to play Fantasy League Mornington Crescent. However, I have to tell you, Mrs. Trellis, that your choice of team may be a little overambitious. We can't actually recall Bruce Willis registering. Tom Cruise is already taken, and I'm given to understand that Richard Gere is far too busy with his animal charities. As for your fourth fantasy choice, you're in luck. Graeme Garden is currently available for a transfer fee of £50. I know it doesn't seem much, but we can't afford to pay you any more than that, I'm afraid. Anyway, in honour of our second visit to Bath in as many weeks, we'll be playing Mornington Royal Crescent. Just to refresh your memories, teams, spanning at Pulteney Bridge will count double, but don't forget what that does to consecutive crescents. Otherwise, trumps are conventional, so watch out for that one-way trap around Gay Street and Queen Square. Right, Paul, you haven't played the game for a while. Perhaps you'd like to start us off, please.
Bristol Road.
Brock Street. London Road.
George Street. Okay, yeah.
Churchill Bridge.
River Street. Tottenham Court Road.
He can. Yes.
Yes, he can do that. It's not easy, but he can.
It's not meant to be easy, huh?
Sauchiehall Street.
Good. Nice.
Dublin High Street.
Princes Street. Fifth Avenue.
He's upping it.
No, he's upping it. He is upping it.
Oh, that's in Hammersmith.
Well, yeah. I could diagonal down.
Royal Crescent. Where? Royal Crescent. Where? On your head, be it. No. Go on, go on. Give it a go.
Good word. Trust me.
All right.
Royal Crescent.
I don't think you can do that. Hold it a minute. I don't think you can do that. I mean, you can move a little way out of the area, but I mean, that's going a bit far.
First crescent after the initial.
Now, there's a diversion.
But it doesn't
We're
count.
playing the game, Putney Bridge is closed.
Yes,
you know.
yes, yes.
Well, Putney Bridge.
But he had
Putney
Fifth
Bridge is
Avenue in
closed.
there as well, you see.
What?
When Fifth Avenue came in, that you go on the second option.
Yeah, but if that's the first...
Well,
that
wait a
was
minute.
the first crescent, which clears it. First crescent clears it, surely.
Clears the option.
Well, not with a bridge.
Hasn't got a bridge.
That's why you can't clear it.
Oh, come on.
Now, steady on, keep calm.
Bad.
Well, if people aren't going to play it properly, I mean, there's no point, you know.
I agree.
There's no need for it to get ugly. Well, okay, we'll allow Graham's move.
Oh, so you should, quite frankly.
All right.
So, it's to you, Paul.
Old Kent Road.
New Bond Street.
Elm Street. Mornington Crescent.
Yeah!
For those who are listening at home who aren't familiar with the game, you'll notice, well, let me tell you anyway, how Graham achieved that lightning win there. Simply by creating a diversion earlier on. And he distracted everybody and therefore was able to slip in while they were still thinking about something else.
Could you be more specific?
Our next round is entitled Limericks. Now, it's a common misconception that the limerick originated in the Emerald Isle. It was, of course, invented in Ireland. Teams, I shall furnish you each with a fecund first line, which I'd like you to complete in limerick form, taking one line each. And we're going to start with you, Barry. In my car with the great Murray Walker...
He suddenly let loose a corker.
It was the first of a batch.
In the pits at Brands Hatch.
He did the same thing in Mallorca.
Okay, Willie, I've got one for you. A strange fact about Tony Gubber.
Strange fact about Tony Gubber is his fondness for eating whale blubber.
He starts off quite slow.
And then lets one go.
And folks say, do I smell burned rubber? Oh, dear.
Graham, when the studio guest Jimmy Hill...
We're into a theme now, aren't we? When the studio guests Jimmy Hill, the aroma can make you feel ill.
While stroking his chin...
He just can't keep it in.
The score was Arsenal, Chelsea 0.
Finally, for you, here's your first line, Paul. Whenever I see Trevor Brooking...
He lets fly when nobody's looking.
You've lowered the tone.
It's very discreet.
Starts at his feet.
You can tell he likes Indian cooking.
Well, our next round is a game called The Singer and the Song. In this round, the teams will be singing songs of my choosing as if they were performers not usually noted for their musical skills. Where's the challenge in that, I hear you cry? Well, they'll be accompanied at the piano by Colin Sell. You may be interested to know that Colin's latest acoustic album has just received some reviews in the press. Almost without exception, they thoroughly recommend listening to Colin Sell Unplugged. And I couldn't agree more. Willie, I'd like you please to sing I'll Take the High Road in the style of Jimmy Knapp.
You. Hello. Hello. Yes, sir. Hi. Hey. Hey. Up you, Jimmy.
Barry, you're going to do Let's Call the Whole Thing Off in the style of Lloyd Grossman.
Lloyd Grossman. You say either, and I say either. You say neither, and I say neither. Either, either, neither, neither. Let's call the whole thing off. You like potato and I like tomato. You like tomato and I like tomato. Potato, potato, delicious tomato, tomato. Let's call the whole thing off. But now, if we call the whole thing off, then we must pour. And now, if we have a pour, then that might break my pour. So I do like pajamas and I like pajamas. I'll wear pajamas and you give up pajamas. For we know we need each other, so we better call all of war. Let's call the whole thing war.
Okay, Graeme, your song is Happy Days Are Here Again, and I'd like you to sing that in the style of Nigel Mansell.
Happy days are here again. The skies above are clear again. Let's sing a song of cheer again. Happy days are here again. All together shout it now. There's no one who can doubt it now. So let's tell the world about it now. Happy days are here again.
Paul, your song is Lou Reed's A Walk on the Wild Side, which I'd like you to sing in the style of Alec Guinness.
Holly came from Miami, FLA. Hitchhiked away across the USA. Plucked her eyebrows on the way, shaved her legs, then he was a she, said, hey babe, take a walk on the wild side. Said, hey honey, take a walk on the wild side. Candy come from out on the island. In the back room she was everybody's darling. But she never lost her head, and even when she was giving head, she said, hey babe, take a walk on the wild side. Said, hey honey, take a walk on the wild side. And the colored girls go, do.
Well, that's almost all we've got time for, although I think there's just time enough for a quick round of Entomologists Film Club. So, teams, I'd like you please to come up with some titles of films likely to be popular with an audience of insect collectors.
Charlie's Ant.
Kind Hearts and Hornets.
Entomologists often use cooking fat as a lure, you know.
Oh,
Their
they
favourite
do.
film is, as you know, Lard of the Flies.
Sunset Bow Weevil.
Crocodile Dung Beetle.
From Russia with Slugs.
The Wicked Lady Bird, starring Thorax Hurd. A Moth in the Country. Antennae and Cleopatra.
Well, ladies and gentlemen...
A midge too far.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, one glance at my diver's watch tells me that he's probably drowned. And also that we've run out of time. Join us again next week. Until then, from the teams, Samantha and myself, and all the good people of Bath, goodbye.
Barry Cryer, Graeme Garden, Willie Rushton and Paul Merton were being given Silly Things to Do by Humphrey Lyttelton, with Colin Sowell setting some of them to music. The programme was produced by John Naismith.